ayer, tenemos que cambiarla para la de hoy. Entonces, si ayer era martes 15 de septiembre, hoy va a ser 16. ¿Y alguien me puede decir qué día de la semana es? ¿Qué día de la semana? ¿Es sábado? ¿Es lunes? ¿Es jueves? Miss Sheehan, ¿puede escoger a alguien que me diga qué día de la semana es? Areli. Areli, ¿qué día de la semana es? ¿Es lunes, Areli? ¿Es lunes? No. ¿Es jueves? ¿O es miércoles? ¿Cuál es, Areli? Si ayer fue martes, hoy es...
¿Jueves?
No,
Miércoles.
miércoles. Muy bien, gracias a quien le ayudó, Areli. Entonces, hoy es miércoles 16 de septiembre. Voy a cambiar mi 15 al número 16. 16. Muy bien. Entonces vamos a hacer los días de la semana. Entonces, ¿alguien puede recordarme qué día es hoy? ¿Qué día es hoy? Adrián, puedo ver que levantaste la mano.
Miércoles.
Miércoles, alguien lo dijo, muy bien. Entonces, donde dice hoy es, voy a poner miércoles. Ahora, mañana, ¿qué va a ser? Mañana. Voy a ver. Mañana. A ver. Samuel, ¿qué va a hacer mañana? Mañana va a ser jueves. Muy bien, Samuel. Ahora, José. ¿Ayer qué fue? Ayer. Sí, hoy es...
Martes.
Oh, muy bien, José. Martes. Martes. Voy a ponerlo aquí. Ahora quiero que ustedes me ayuden a leerlos. Dejen sus micrófonos apagados, pero quiero que los lean conmigo. Ok, vamos a empezar aquí arriba. Hoy es miércoles. Voy a leerlo otra vez. Hoy es miércoles. Mañana será jueves. Ayer fue martes. Espero que los hayan leído conmigo. ¿Okay? Ahora quiero que ayuden a cantar la canción de los días de la semana. A ver si se acuerdan. ¿Okay? Los días de la semana son 7. Los días de la semana son 7. Domingo 1, lunes 2, martes 3, miércoles 4, jueves 5, viernes 6, sábado. Sábado 7. Muy bien, pude ver que algunos lo estaban haciendo conmigo. Ahora quiero que todos se pongan de pie y vamos a hacer los meses. Los meses. ¿Ok? ¿Listos? Es enero, febrero, marzo y abril, mayo, junio, julio y bien, Kila. Tienes que ver afuera. Okay, Kila.
Yes.
Go look outside.
What?
I said go look outside. You're going to tell me the weather.
Okay.
Y vamos a esperar a que Kila regrese. ¿Lista, Kila?
Yes.
Ok. Kila, ¿está haciendo mucho viento?
No.
No. Ok, muy bien, Kila. ¿Está nevado?
No.
¿Está tempestuoso?
No.
¿Está soleado?
No.
¿Está parcialmente nublado?
No.
Está nublado.
Sí.
Muy bien, Kila. Entonces di conmigo. El tiempo
El viento.
está nublado.
El viento está nublado.
Muy bien, Kila. Gracias. Entonces voy a agarrar mi gráfica y voy a colorear uno para nublado. ¿Ok? Aquí está nublado, ¿sí lo pueden ver? Voy a colorear uno para nublado. Muchas gracias, Kila.
Welcome.
¿Ok? Ahora nos falta una sola cosa. La última cosa es los días de escuela. Entonces, ayer tuvimos 11. Voy a ponerle una cruz en uno más. Ahora, si ayer tuve 11, ahora, ¿cuántos días son? A ver, voy a escoger a alguien. Petra.
12.
12, muy bien, Petra. Entonces, voy a cambiar mi número. ¿Ok? Lo voy a borrar. Tengo que cambiar mis decenas. ¿Tiene otra o no? Todavía no. No, ¿verdad? Porque toda una de 10 no está llena, solamente una. Voy a dejar mis decenas. Ahora, ¿qué número voy a escribir en unidades? A ver, voy a escoger a alguien que me ayude. Anderson. ¿Qué número voy a escribir en unidades? Entonces vamos a contar este de aquí. ¿Qué número va a ir aquí?
Ese es.
¿Cuántos hay aquí, Anderson? Vamos a contarlas. Es 1, 2. Entonces, ¿qué número va a ir aquí? 2, ¿verdad? A ver, voy a escribir el 2. Muy bien. Gracias a los que me ayudaron hoy. Ahora mis friends va a hacer una actividad con ustedes.
Okay, good morning, boys and girls. We are going to be doing a STEM project today. So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So first thing you need to do is go ahead and get out your bag that we sent home in your packet, and it has marshmallows and it has toothpicks. Adrian, thanks for being ready. So I have mine right here. Can you guys see mine? We're gonna leave them all in the bag, but what you can do right now while you wait for everyone to get ready is count your marshmallows. Make sure you have 10. If you have 10, you can give me a thumbs up.
Teacher,
Yes.
I'm done with my dice.
Very proud of you, Cadence. Nice job. We're going to be using that dice for other activities. So keep it in a safe place, okay?
I am.
Nice job.
I have 10.
You have 10? Very good. Make sure you have 10 marshmallows.
And I have 10 toothpicks.
10 toothpicks. Wow.
I have 10 marshmallows too.
Thank you. All right. So, boys and girls, this is what I'm going to have you do. Make sure you have your bag of marshmallows and toothpicks, and I just want you to lay them on your flat surface. So if you're at your table or your desk, go ahead and leave everything in the bag and just leave it right on the table. We're going to explain first how this will work, and then we will go into building. And as you build, we're going to be talking about what we're looking for when you're building. And then you'll get a chance to go into breakout rooms, and we'll share with our group what we have built, okay? So, right now, I'm going to ask that everyone have microphones muted and videos turned off. So can you go ahead and do that, please? So videos off, microphones muted.
Can we eat the marshmallows after we're done?
We'll talk about that, okay? All right. So videos off, microphones muted, and we'll get started. All right. So, in your bag, you have 10 marshmallows.
No.
And you should have 15 toothpicks. So I'm going to go through and count and make sure I have 15 toothpicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I have 10 marshmallows, 15 toothpicks. We are going to be building structures, and we're going to see how many different ideas we come up with as a class. So, the only rule that we have is that you use all of your supplies, and you want to make sure that your tower is going up. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. You want your tower to build up and not flat. So, right now you're just watching, and then we'll have a chance to work on them in our groups, okay? So, when I say that we're looking for something that's built up and not flat, I'm talking about your toothpicks going up as you build. And your marshmallows going up in the air. So, this is an example of your structure building up. This is an example of it laying flat. So if you were to build all of your structure and it just kept building out and out and out onto the table instead of building up, we're going to ask you to challenge yourself and think of how you can build it up. So, think about how many marshmallows you have and how many toothpicks, okay? You're going to be in your groups as you build, and then we will come back together and talk about what were some challenges about this project and what were some cool things that you discovered. So, we're going to go out into 3 breakout rooms, is that correct?
Yes.
3 breakout rooms. And you will work with your teacher. If you have questions, you're going to ask your teacher. And when we come back together, we will turn videos back off, and then you will use the raise your hand button to comment or ask questions or explain what was tricky about this project or what you really enjoyed about it, okay? We're going to go into breakout rooms now, and I think Señorita Garcia, you will have to assign them. So remember, when you get asked to go into your breakout room, you guys want to make sure that you accept the invite so you don't get kicked back into the regular Zoom meeting. You want to accept that so you end up into the meeting. We will make sure that we check and see if anybody gets kicked out of the breakout rooms and we'll get you put back in.
Good job, Alexia. Good job. That's looking awesome, everything.
Awesome, Kieran. So it sounded like he made a square base for the bottom. So the base would be the part that's on the way bottom of your sculpture. So how we're going to do this is you guys can take your one marshmallow, but you can put more than one toothpick in it. You see that? So it makes sort of like an angle. And then we can start building the bottom or the base of our structure. So they're kind of squishy, so we just need to make sure that we're trying to get the toothpick and the marshmallow to go all the way through. So I have this square, it's kind of a square, it's a little bit wobbly, but I have my base, so I'm thinking that I can just start building up from there, just like I saw Kieran do, and I can see Landon start to do it. So Landon, I'm seeing some other shapes as you build. It looks like you're making a triangle. So I see that you have your base, and then you put 2 more toothpicks up, just like this. And then I can push them together and put 1 marshmallow between the 2. I like that idea. Remember, 4, nice job. So this is your structure that you get to build. The only rule is that you build it up. So do you see how mine's starting to build up? It's not laying flat on the ground. So I would like to see you guys building, and I'll check in on all of your screens and see how your project's going. And then when we come back together as a team, you guys will turn your videos off, and we will call on each other individually to share and explain what their idea was. Liam, that looks really good. It looks really good. Awesome. Nice job. So this is how I've started. I made a triangle on one side, and I need to now make a triangle on the other. Right now it's just kind of floating. So I'm going to put another toothpick in and make it at an angle. It's kind of like a little house.
That looks awesome. Good job.
So remember, we're trying to use all of our supplies. So we want to try and use all 15 toothpicks and all 10 marshmallows. So here's mine so far. Remember, yours doesn't have to look like mine. But I think I can build it even higher. I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can build on the sides. So I stuck 2 toothpicks through a marshmallow, and I kind of pushed them together, and now I can build up higher.
Down here? Right there?
Kendra, how are you doing? Can you hold yours up to the screen? Can you hold your toothpick and your marshmallows up? Good job. That looks awesome. Samuel, how are you doing? Good? Good? Awesome. Thank you. Kieran, it looks awesome. Kaya, I'm going to check in on you. Sophia, how are you guys doing with your sculpture? All done? Nice job. Hi, first grade. We are back into our main room, and what I would like for us to do is take turns sharing some ideas or just any comments you have about your sculpture. So go ahead and have your video turned off.
I'm not sure I understand.
videos off, and then if you use the raise hand button, I can call on you and you can describe your structure. Okay, I'm looking through to see who's using the raise hand button. Landon, you're the first one I see. You may unmute. Tell us about your marshmallow structure that you built, and maybe you can share what shapes you built or what you noticed while you were building it, maybe if there were some challenges.
Wait, hold on a second, Landon. We're gonna wait for everybody to turn off their cameras except the person that's sharing.
Okay.
Thank you, Senorita Garcia. I didn't see that there were still people that had videos on. I appreciate that. So if your video's still on, go ahead and turn that button off. There we go. Okay, Landon, you may turn your video on.
Why I will make it a little flare right here, and why a big shape, and why I was trying to why the water on the China water tower and the on why and the phone.
The horn, that looks really good. Was it challenging to build?
It was China pond, but I built it why this and why I made a little flail fly to hold it, but it falling down.
Mm-hmm. So you had to kind of change some things about it so it wouldn't fall down anymore. I had to do that. I had to change the way that it looked so it wouldn't fall over. Landon, thank you for sharing. I'm going to have you mute and video off, and then I'll have another teacher call on somebody to unmute and show their video. So,
Mine was super easy. I didn't have any challenges.
that's good. Senorita Garcia, would you like to call on somebody?
Let's do Valeria. I see that she used the button to raise her hand. ¿Puedes prender tu video, Valeria? Deténlo arriba para que lo podamos ver. Oh, muy bien, Valeria. ¿Tuviste algo que se te hizo difícil? ¿O fue fácil? ¿Fue un poquito fácil? Ok, se ve muy bien, Valeria. Gracias por compartir.
Okay. Miss Cheatham, would you like to choose somebody that's raising their hand using the raise hand button?
Aiden? This is my towel wall. That looks awesome. Was there anything that was difficult?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was
Senor Montoya, very good job, boys and girls. So we are going to wrap this up. As far as what you do with the marshmallows, I am going to leave that up to you and your family, whoever is there with you, to decide on what you should do with the marshmallows. If you notice that they are kind of sticky and dirty, you might not want to eat them. However, if that is something that you decide that you want to do, then that is okay. Couple of things before we go. We want to remind you that we have packet pickup tomorrow, and it is an hour long now, and it's in the front. So it's from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Packet pickup Thursday. When you are returning your things, I want you guys to check your schedule. Yes. Oh, the numbers, yes. So we had a text sent out that talked about what number you have for your family, and so that should make the process for packet pickup a lot smoother. So when you were assigned a number, make sure you remember that number when you come do packet pickup tomorrow. And make sure to check your schedules to see what your teacher wants turned in for this week. I know that for my classes, I'm looking for Scholastic book club orders. I'm looking for your writing notebook. So both classes, yellow and green, I'm looking for your writing notebook. I'm looking for your math assignments. And I'm looking for, I think that's it. But I would double check the schedule just in case. And another book for our reading groups in your bag. And I'm also going to be putting in another just book from the library that you can have. So every week when you bring back a library book that we let you borrow, that's just one from the library. It's not one of the books like this. It's just a book from the library. If you bring one back, I'll put a new one in your bag. And I'm pretty sure that's how Senorita Garcia is doing it with hers too. And that's all I have to say for reminders.